I am going to try to keep this video under 10 minutes, but we'll see how that goes. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Adeline and I'm the creator of NotSoBasic.Life and It This Then That. So as you can see, today's setting is very different, and this is my new bay, which is actually my little sister's not so little bear. I'm currently in Malaysia for Lunar New Year, and I figured it's probably a very good idea to give you guys an update before resuming to regular content. And we're also going to chat a little bit in terms of content, because there's going to be a shift and change in the type of content that I'll be putting up on this channel. So where do I start? I think my last video was back in July 2017, which I think it's over half a year ago, and I pretty much went MIA since I put it out in the YouTube world that I will be updating regularly. So great apologies about that. So let's rewind back to 6 months ago and see what happened, what has changed, and the direction of my channel and the type of content that I'll be putting out. I think it will all fall into place as I run you guys through it. Grab a cup of tea and some popcorn, and yeah, so the reason why I went quiet on YouTube was I got a freelance gig with a magazine to drive their digital and social media back in August. It was really random, out of the blue, and it was just an opportunity that came by that was really hard to say no. And that took up a lot of my time, and that's when YouTube was put into the back burner. And not long after that, my 3.5 years relationship actually ended, and I suppose that probably wasn't a great time to appear in front of camera and try to be happy and chirpy. And lucky for me, I had travel plans that were pre-planned prior to the breakup, so those travel actually really helped me, I suppose, moved on. And I think during that period, it kind of made me realize more of my personal goals and what I really want to achieve, and what are the stuff that I've been putting aside because of the relationship. So yeah, that was a brief update. Drilling down further into that, it will all kind of make sense later on, because that has influenced and affected a lot of the decisions I've made since then. So speaking of the trips that really helped me rediscover myself and also get over the breakup, was my trip to Bali in October last year. I read a couple of posts on NotSoBasic.Life, which I will link down in the description box below if you're interested in checking out, or whether if you're going through a breakup or wanting to find a place to discover yourself. I think those would be pretty helpful, so I'll link that down below. When I was in Bali, I was actually with a study tour, which really pushed me out of my comfort zone multiple times, but it was also in Bali that I've decided that I want to give this whole digital nomad thing a go, and set that intention then and there. And also that Bali trip really marked two significant events. Number one, I registered NotSoBasic.Life back in Bali. I could have waited, but it was just one morning when I was in Green School Village, i.e. the jungle. I've just decided, like, no, I have to make NotSoBasic.Life happen, and I pretty much purchased a domain and everything was in Bahasa. So I'll try to put up a clip of that particular purchase to show, like, you know, what it was, an epiphany moment that I made that decision. So that was where NotSoBasic.Life was born. The second life-changing event was I went to Ubud, which was a co-working space in Ubud for a half-day session along with the study tour that I was with, and was very fortunate to had a discussion session with Chris Thompson, which was the then director of Ubud. There were some things that he said that really resonated, and long story short, it kind of sparked an idea that maybe I should come to Ubud for a couple of weeks in the new year to kind of figure out life and work out where I want to go next. So that all happened between August to October. So I came back from Bali in October. So I used to be one that never quite believed in those juju manifestation stuff, but somehow after I kind of made the decision of wanting to pursue and give this digital nomad lifestyle a go, an opportunity came up. I don't know if came up was the right word. It was more of, I'm lost for words. I don't know how really to put that. So essentially what happened was, after I decided to pursue and give this digital nomad thing a go, so I kind of spotted this opportunity to go to Hong Kong for work. So it wasn't presented there for me like, hey, do you want to go to Hong Kong for 5 days for work? It was more of a good friend of mine who was working in the same publication with me at that time was going to Hong Kong, and I pretty much self-invited myself. Thank you, Michelle. But long story short, I managed to go on a work trip to Hong Kong for 5 days, and it was one of the best trips because it has been such a long time since I went back to North Asia, and it was such an eye-opening experience. I'll talk more about how this Hong Kong trip came about on a separate video, because I think that there are a few nuggets that I could share with you guys, which I think you can apply with your journey and circumstance as well. And yeah, so I went to Hong Kong for Cosmoprof in November last year. So that 2.5 months after my breakup was actually the time that I traveled the most, and also got my first taste of, I suppose, the digital nomad lifestyle. And since then, it has really been at the back of my mind of, you know, wanting to be really location independent. I love Sydney, and Sydney will always be home, but I think I start to crave for some sort of changes and different environment, which brought me back to Bali in January this year. So if you came from Instagram, you probably would have known and seen my snippets of life in Ubud. So long story short, following that meetup with Chris Thompson, kind of exchanged emails, and he pretty much in a way helped me accountable, and I ended up heading to Bali for 3 weeks at the start of this year, which again was one of the greatest decisions I've made. I had a few freelance contracts that I've just finished up, and I know it's probably not scary to some of you, but for me it was something that I would have never have done probably even a year ago, because I don't really have 3 contracts secured to make sure that I have, you know, income coming in for the next 2 months. I don't know what to expect in Ubud because, well, I don't ride a bike, and I have a couple of separate videos on that where I vlog about my challenges and what I've learned so far. But it has been amazing, and I am missing Ubud every day, and also the amazing people that I've met there. I think money is on a table that someone is plotting for a return to Bali very soon. So yeah, I suppose that's like a summary of what has been happening in the past 6 months. And also that's probably why I have been disappearing from the channel. So apart from all the string of events that has been happening, another reason was when I started this channel, it was predominantly a fitness related channel. So while fitness will always be a part of me, because I do believe in strong body, strong mind, and you do need to look after your well-being in order to perform your best in your business or in your career. But my take on fitness and well-being is very different from what I view it 6 to 12 months ago. So yeah, I think that is a brief or not so brief summary of what has been happening. Which brings me to the next point of this video, the type of content that I'll be putting out going forward. If you came here from Instagram, hey guys, or if you haven't already followed me, you would have known that my content has greatly shifted from fitness focus to more of lifestyle, travel, business, and a little bit of everything focus because of how my life focus has shifted. My priority right now is to really make my digital and remote business work, and also to pursue that digital nomad lifestyle. And that is also why NotSoBasic.Life is born, which is essentially a platform and a community where travel, lifestyle, and business collide. So that's going to be my main focus in terms of content going forward. As I mentioned many times before, fitness will always be a part of me. I genuinely and truly believe that looking after and taking control of your well-being is very important, whether you're trying to climb the corporate ladder or you're trying to run your own business. So rather than focusing on fitness content alone, it would be more of a supplement of how will fitness and well-being affect your business, travel, and your lifestyle, if that makes sense. In terms of YouTube content, I'll be introducing Wellness Wednesday, which will obviously be on Wednesday, but it will be a fortnight content for the well-being components. So we can talk about how to stay healthy while traveling, or how to eat healthy, or, you know, more meal prep videos, because I know that is the kind of content that you guys really like watching. It is also something that would help a lot of busy people like you guys to manage and take control of your overall well-being. In terms of not so basic life related content, which is anything related to travel, lifestyle, or business, I will be uploading consistently every Monday and Friday. So yeah, I will be uploading at least twice a week with a bonus Wellness Wednesday episode every fortnight. Hope that is not too confusing. I'm trying to challenge myself to put out more content but not get overwhelmed and just kind of disappear again. Yeah, so that's an update on why I've disappeared for the past 6 months. As always, if there's a particular type of content that you really want to see, or there's particular questions around whether it's meal prep, the wellbeing side of things, or travel, lifestyle, business, digital nomad, and all that stuff that you want me to talk about on this channel, either link them down in the comments below, or feel free to drop me an email anytime. I'll leave my email down in the description box below as well. And yeah, I think that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up because it really helps support my channel. And if you want to find out more about the Not So Basic Life and not miss any content about travel, lifestyle, and business, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well. And I will catch you in my next video. See you later.